Good morning, my friend. What up? We know what time it is. Time for a cup of coffee. Beautiful morning out here. This is Coffee with Len coming to you from my deck overlooking the Pacific Ocean in Baja, California. The first thing I need to do this morning is shout out to my daughter. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Erin. Happy birthday to you. I'm not going to sing the whole song here, but I hope you have a wonderful day. You deserve it. I asked the question this morning, do you want to live longer? Well, most of us do. I'm not going to say all of us do, but most of us do. But when we think of living longer, one of the things that we can get concerned about is being healthy, being able to take care of ourselves, being able to um, be financially independent, not have to go live with our kids, etc. There are 5 regions in the world. Hi, Connie. Good morning. There are 5 regions in the world that are recognized as what is called the blue zones. I used the word blue zones a couple of weeks ago in a conversation, and several people looked at me like, what's a blue zone? They never heard of it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the blue zones today. Blue zones are 5 recognized regions in the world where people routinely live to be 100 or more in good health. They're still active. They're still doing things. They're not in old age homes. They're not in wheelchairs. They're out uh, mowing the grass and walking up and down hills and tilling the fields and doing active things. Those 5 regions of the world. One of them's in Greece. It's the I think it's an island, Caria in Greece. One's in Japan, Okinawa. One's in it's the Ogliastra region in Sardinia. That's in Italy. There's one in California, Loma Linda, and one in Costa Rica. Excuse me. So these are 5 regions of the world where people routinely live in good health to be 100 or more. Now, success leaves clues. If we want to know how to live to be 100 or more, then we should look at the regions of the world where people actually achieve that lofty objective. And maybe we should follow what they do. Now, they do a lot of things, and there's more than I can talk about in a short little video this morning. But if you weren't aware of the regions of the world, the blue zones, didn't know they exist, and there's books written about it, you can just Google it. Google blue zones. Blue, B-L-U-E, the blue zones, and read about it. But here's what we know about the blue zones. There are a few key factors. One is, of course, Gloria, good morning. Good morning. One is, of course, let me back up. Gloria, I'm talking about the blue zones in the world where people routinely live to be 100 or older and are in good health. They're still active. They're still doing things. They're not in wheelchairs or rest homes. So what are some of the things that differentiate the blue zones? One is diet. You got to know right away, diet is a big factor. And while I'm not going to try to describe the diet here this morning, there is a diet called the Mediterranean diet. You can just Google that, Mediterranean diet. And the reason the Mediterranean diet came to be is that in looking at the people that live to be over 100 in Greece, they're on the Mediterranean. What do they eat? Well, what they don't eat is a lot of red meat. That's the first thing they don't eat. And of course, they don't eat a lot of fat, and they don't eat a lot of sugar. So red meat, fat, sugar, we know that. We know what we should do. It's just that our food source, especially in America, is so problematic. Let me just say problematic, and we'll leave it at that. If it comes out of a box that is processed, it's probably not good for you, and it's not contributing to your longevity. Let's just leave it at that. And we all know that large amounts of red meat, a lot of fat, etc., sugar, really, really bad. We know that. So diet is, of course, a fundamental thing. Exercise is a fundamental thing. Now, Most of these people live in regions of the world where exercise is just very natural. They walk up and down hills. They don't have riding lawnmowers. They do physical things and social. It's been very well established that the social environment is extremely important. These are regions of the world where uh, dinner is a social gathering. It may last for several hours. People get together with their family and their friends, and they're very socially interactive. So, what are the sort of the key points? Look at it, there's somebody walking on the beach. But what are some of the key points? Diet, exercise, and social gatherings, all leading to a stress-free or reduced stress lifestyle. Because we know that one of the worst things we can do for ourselves is stress ourselves, and yet we live in a very high stress environment in the United States. Okay, all right, Gloria, I'm continuing. So there you have it, the blue zones of the world. If you haven't heard of them, look them up. There are places where people live to be 100, and once again, the important thing is they don't just live to be 100. They're not just subsisting. They're not just existing because they're in a wheelchair or in a rest home and they can't function. They're active, leading active, healthy, um, vibrant, joyful lifestyles. Look them up. You might be glad you did. Hey, that's all for today. This is Len. I hope you're going to be happy. As usual, I intend to be happy. I hope you do too. It's a choice. Remember, the happier you are, the more happy the universe can bring you. That's the law of attraction. And remember, be compassion. The world needs a lot more of that right now. You have a wonderful day. Bye for now.